Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beth, and I have a candle haul for you today. So it has been a hot minute since I've talked about home fragrance on my channel, but I do have some items that I picked up from QVC. So I'm going to talk about the collection that Elton John did with Homeworks, and then I also have a couple orders from Bath and Body Works. So I think one I placed on like their candle day, and another one was the semi-annual sale. So I'll include timestamps down below if you'd like to jump ahead to a particular portion. But let's go ahead and get into Homeworks and Elton John. So I've had these boxes sitting on the floor in my living room for quite some time. I unfortunately got sick at the end of November, so I felt like filming a candle or fragrance haul just didn't make a lot of sense. Literally. But yeah, I picked up quite a few things, and although I do have an advent calendar, which we'll talk about in a minute, a lot of these items are spring or summer scents, so I figured it kind of made sense. All right, I'll see myself out. And I think all of these are still available on QVC currently, so if you wanted to purchase anything that I talk about, I'll have everything linked down below. So the first thing here is the Woodside Collection set of 3 candles, scented candles. And I really liked the artwork on this. I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to pick it up, was just to have something with this artwork. But I think this is like the jelly jar little trio is what they called it. So we have 3 candles, and I think Harry Slotkin, who is the creative force or owner behind Homeworks, he's actually married to Laura Slotkin, who is the CEO or creative force behind Nest. So it's a very fragrance heavy household, but it seems that Harry Slotkin and Laura Slotkin are friendly or familiar with Elton John. I think they did a collaboration years ago, possibly. Anyway, so these are really nice little vessels here. They're made to look like, I think, piano keys with the E. So as I mentioned at the top of my video, my name is Beth, which is short for Elizabeth. So all of the E's and everything really appealed to me. So I like the vessels, and I'll hold on to them after I use up the candles. But these are a net weight of 3.5 ounces or 99 grams each, burn time of 18 to 24 hours each. And they're made in Vietnam. So these are very difficult to get out of this packaging, I'll say. They do have little like nose holes at the top. I was gonna make some kind of joke, and I don't know if this is in poor taste or not, given the Golden Globes, if you saw that moment where Elton John, oh, so these are actually glued in here. So anyway, so he's been having some issues with his eyesight, and he made some kind of joke where he was presenting with Brandy Carlisle, I think, and he made some joke about presenting with Rihanna. So it seems like he, kind of has a sense of humor about it, at least. I was gonna make some kind of joke about, well, if he can't see, at least he can smell, apparently. I don't know. So these have those kind of glue dots in them, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it keeps the candles intact. I've had some unfortunate candle deliveries this year. They actually have, oh shoot. I'm not sure that I can smell, to be honest. So I really wish they had included the name of the fragrance on the actual jar, because I'm not quite sure which is supposed to be which. I think this one is supposed to be blackcurrant and rose marmalade. The notes are blackcurrant, spring rose, peach juice, and vanilla sugar. So you do definitely get some of that rose, but it's still a very kind of sweet, fruity candle. And I do like candles that are about this size or smaller when I'm taking a bath, for example, because they're more likely to pool out by the time I want to get out of the bath and blow them out or whatever. And you don't have to leave them lit for like 4 hours. So that's a positive, and because it's a more enclosed space, it's a little bit easier to smell the candle. So one of these is Blackberry Apple Preserve, which is wild blackberry, orchard red apple, raspberry, and crystallized sugar. And one of these is Venetian fig jelly, which is candied fig, stewed plum, sugar cane, and sheer vanilla. And to be honest, I just can't tell which is which. Let's see.
Every year, Elton John and David give their gift at the holidays to all their closest friends of their jams that they actually make and preserve up at the estate Woodside in England. Well, here are 3 of those jelly scents, those magical moments. You've got Venetian fig jelly. Why Venetian? Because this fig tree grows outside their apartment in Venice. And they wanted to smell exactly like that fig tree when it's actually full fruit and bloom in a candle. Then you've got blackberry apple preserves, which come off the estate Woodside in their fruit orchard. Then you've got black currant and rose marmalade, one of their favorites in a marmalade. Oh, wow. This is pretty special, guys. This is a gift set to be given. And look at the beautiful glass. Piano keys with Elton's monogram. This is how you say holidays. This is how you say Elton John.
So this one is Venetian fig jelly, the purple one, I think. So candied fig, stewed plum, sugar cane, and sheer vanilla. And I'm not getting a lot from this candle, so I'll see when it burns, but I mean, it's kind of a pleasant, sweet, fruity scent. I think this one has the raspberry in it. Blackberry apple preserve, wild blackberry, orchard red apple, raspberry, and crystallized sugar. And then I think this is the rose one. It almost seems to have like brown, it says vanilla sugar, but like a brown sugar. Yeah, definitely get the rose on that one. Okay, so I don't know if that was helpful to any of you. Maybe just pay attention when you have them in the box if you want to kind of distinguish. I guess because they're all kind of fruity, sweet scents, you know, it's a little bit harder to distinguish. And that set, by the way, is currently $32. Okay, let's move on to this set. And this I've kept in the packaging box. I think this was inside a larger box. But when I get a box like this where every candle is just kind of nicely packaged, I always think for like storing purposes or whatever, it just seems like such a shame to get rid of it. So these just came in that brown packaging. They didn't have any other kind of packaging. And thankfully these do have the names on the bottoms, so we won't get confused. Okay, so this is a set of 3 8-ounce candles, retails for $49, and I have burned a couple of these so far. So this one is the Champagne Quince Jelly. So I started burning this going into New Year's, so obviously the champagne note, you have that fruitiness, so kind of that sparkling note. And it burned pretty well. I wasn't too precious about making sure it pooled out and everything, I'll admit. And I've burned it at least a couple times now, and I think it's burned pretty well. You do get those kind of mushroom tops, so you know, I'll probably trim just the very end of it before I light it again. And there is a little bit of wax around the edges, but nothing terrible. Again, we have the piano key motif around the outside and the E on the lids. These do have lids. And this one has notes of sparkling cuvee champagne, golden quince, persimmon, and candied peach. So I don't think it's anything kind of revolutionary. I think Bath & Body Works probably has some scents pretty similar to this, but it's a very nice candle, very pleasant scent. So that one was kind of my early winter scent, if you will. And then we have English Ivy and Rose. So a little bit of a different tint here to the glass. And this one has notes of English Rose, Climbing Ivy, Espalier Apple, I'm not familiar with that, and English Geranium. So this one you can see it definitely has that mushroom top. And this one I think I've only burned once. So this is more of a fresh rose, a little bit green. So if you don't like anything too heavy and perfumey, but you like, you know, light, fresh rose, then this one is really nice. So I did burn this one the other night because I was feeling like it, but this one I thought would make a really nice spring candle as well. And then going into more of a summer scent, to me anyway, this is the Rhubarb Strawberry Crumble. So this one I haven't burned yet. And this one is definitely more of a kind of fruit pie, kind of bakery gourmand kind of scent. So this one has notes of ripe rhubarb, red strawberry, honey drizzle, and crumble pie crust. So yeah, if you are a gourmand lover, you will probably really like this one. I just saw, I think Prada came out with a rhubarb fragrance not too long ago. So I don't know, rhubarb is having a moment. It's a much more popular fruit or flavor, I think, in the UK than it is in the States. My grandmother used to have rhubarb growing in her front yard in Wisconsin. So I think it's a plant that likes colder temperatures generally. And before I move on, I'll just say that both of these candles, I think they had a decent throw and strength level for like a bedroom, a small bedroom is where I burn them. So I don't think these are going to fill up an entire large living room. I think they did have some larger like 4-wick candles as part of this collection. So some 3 wicks and some 5 wicks actually. So anyway, so if you wanted a more kind of room filling scent, you could go that route. And finally, I got the 12 Days of Woodside Advent Calendar. So in my defense for opening this on January 6th, which is Epiphany or Three Kings Day, I think it's called. I always say that like a 12-day Advent calendar, it to me makes the most sense to open in the days following Christmas. I think 12th night might have been January 5th.
Tell Master Shakespeare something more cheerful next time. For 12th night?
But in any case, I think a lot of cultures think of January 6th as being the end of the Christmas season, so that's what I'm going with. I did also get one of these for my sister-in-law, who is a big Elton John fan, and originally I was going to give it to her at Thanksgiving, but because we didn't end up going to our family Thanksgiving, I gave it to her at Christmas. So anyway, let's get on with it. So you get 12 scented candles, and they are each 1.3 ounces. And it tells you what they are on the back there. I didn't say... The burn time on these 8-ounce candles, by the way, was 25 to 35 hours. I don't know if it says the burn time for these. But I like samplers like this because it often gives you... Because it often just allows you to kind of smell a lot of things that you might not otherwise be able to smell in person. So just opening door number 1 here, there isn't anything... I think on the doors or whatever, so I think for the sake of expediency, there's a big hole in the middle for some reason. So that's what they look like inside the little plastic. That's what they look like. Very cute, kind of little tea light size almost. This is Woodside Fir is the first one here. So this one, it's a bit astringent. So the notes on this one are pine needles, English fir, balsam, and white cedar wood. I don't know if I like this one. It's a little bit cleaning fluid to me. So let's move on here. This one is English Rose and Ivy. So we already talked about this one. Yeah, and I like that one as kind of a fresh rose. That would make a cute little like Valentine's Day little candle there. Let's see, Estate Library. So this is a new one. So the notes are English tea, bay leaf, vetiver, and tobacco. Yeah, so this one is nice. We'll talk about another kind of library or study kind of candle in a moment. So on cold anyway, and this is a small candle, but I think this one is nice because you get a little bit of a sense of that tobacco note without it kind of like beating you over the head. And because you have like the bay leaf and the vetiver and the tea, it's a little bit lighter. It's almost like you went into a library and maybe there's like a pot of greenery or something, or the door is open and you have kind of a breeze from outside, and maybe someone has a cup of tea on the desk. But any tobacco, I think it's almost like maybe someone smoked a pipe the day before or the night before, so it's kind of cleared out for the most part, or mellowed out, so it's not like you're just walking right into it. So that one is really nice actually. All right, let's see what else we have here. And some of these are available separately as kind of full-size fragrances, and some of them I don't think are. So this one is Cinnamon Cashmere. Yeah, so this one is cinnamon bark, cashmere, winter rose, and patchouli. Definitely get the cinnamon, but it is kind of mellowed out, so it's not like a true like spice bomb. Kind of sweet. So this would be a nice kitchen scent where it's not like totally nauseatingly gourmand. Next up we have Ruby Red Currant. So the notes are red currant, raspberry, pomegranate, and amber. So this one is a super juicy, fruity, a little bit tart, but not too much. This one I think I would maybe like more as like a body wash type product. I don't hate it, but I think I would get a little bit tired of it as like a scent. Okay. English Oak and Amber. English Oak, Golden Amberwood, Mulling Spices, and Cashmere Wood. Yeah, so if you like a woody, ambery candle or fragrance, I think you would really like this one. Again, not my all-time favorite, but I wouldn't mind it. Very warm, inviting. Next up we have Woodside Winter White. Okay, so the notes on this one are white freesia, camellia petals, quince, and English oak. So this one, it's called Winter White, but this one to me, maybe like the very tail end of winter where you have the first kind of blossoms and that kind of thing. I tend to like a lot of florals, so I do like this one. Very fresh, spring-like, so I do like that one. This one is Rhubarb Strawberry Crumble, so we already talked about that one. Yeah, very much a bakery scent. And then this one, you get Champagne Quince Jelly. So like I said, if you just wanted to get a sense of a lot of the other candles before you purchase them, you have a mini of these sizes in the advent calendars. So you can have a little bit of a preview. I don't think the jelly jars are showing up in this candle, but we'll double check that. Yeah, so this one is Tangerine Palazzo. So this one is not as citrusy as I thought it would be. It's tangerine, zest, Italian orange, apricot, and sandalwood. I think I'm getting more of the apricot and sandalwood. Maybe the top note of the tangerine and the orange. Yeah, so I'd be interested to see kind of how that one burns, what comes through. Next up we have Midnight Woods. So the notes are deep amber, midnight jasmine, dark forest berries, and bergamot. Yeah, this one is definitely kind of darker, more mysterious. So I do enjoy that one. And then finally we have Woodside Holiday Traditions. Okay, so this one is like the Nest Holiday, if you like that one. And this one I'm pretty sure is in larger sizes. So this one is fresh orange pomander, fir balsam, amber, and cinnamon bark. So I really like this one. It's not as unique, but I do really like it. If I had to pick one just classic holiday scent, this is what I would go for. I do like the English Rose and Ivy a lot. I like the Woodside Winter White as kind of some light florals. I think the one that kind of surprised me the most, and maybe you could tell from my description, was the Estate Library. So let's see if I can put that one aside. I think I'll probably keep these stored in here as well. So that was it for the QVC Homeworks and Elton John collection that I picked up. I think they might be doing a round 2, so keep your eyes peeled for that if you are interested. Going on to Bath & Body Works. So speaking of round 2, Bath & Body Works did another release of Bridgerton candles, so I picked all of those up on, I think it was Candle Day or Candle Weekend. So like I said before, I took the shipping container just for storage purposes. So they re-released Diamond of the Season. This is the Spotlight edition. I think this is maybe supposed to be a mirror. I don't know that it's really that much more reflective than the lids previously. I don't know. But yeah, Diamond of the Season. This has notes of sparkling peach, spring daffodil, and radiant jasmine. So it's not my favorite. I had it in the original packaging, which I think I probably prefer, to be honest. I don't know. They're both pretty. But yeah, I do like this kind of velvety lid and that kind of thing. So I have burned this one. Burned well. It's not my favorite scent, but you know, it is what it is. And then I'd also put in here Danbury Shortbread, which is another very bakery gourmand candle. Not really my personal favorite when it comes to candles, but I think I picked up all of the Bridgerton candles. Haven't burned this one. I really liked the, was it the Queen Charlotte one? I think there was one that was kind of like wisteria themed. And then I also put in here the Bridgerton Study. So that's what I was alluding to earlier. Haven't burned this one. This one has a little bit more of a men's cologne scent to it, which I'm not totally in love with. The notes are smooth amber, oak wood, and dried orchids. So this is more like the man in the study rather than the study itself, if you want to put it that way. I think I do prefer the Estate Library. Again, it's just a little bit more nuanced. It's just more of a peaceful kind of scent. And then we have Colin's Return. So another kind of masculine scent. And with these newer ones, I think they have quotes on them. So this one, it says, "What is life without a little gossip? Queen Charlotte." Is that all that it says on this one? I guess so. And this one, it says, "It is just us. It has only ever been just us." Colin to Penelope. So that was a nice touch. This one had a black opaque lid. And the notes on this one are worn leather, bright bergamot, and rich cedarwood. So this one is a very strong leather scent if you like leather. So this is Colin, I guess, when he just gets off the horse or the boat or whatever at the beginning of the season. So I do like it. I think I just have to be in the mood for a leather scent. And then finally, we have this one, Penelope's First Kiss. So very feminine with a white lid and everything. And this one says, "I would very much like to be more than friends, so much more." Penelope to Colin. So I wonder if they're going to keep up this kind of theme of couple-specific candles as we head into the new seasons in like 2026, whenever. So this one says, "Subtle white roses, soft peonies, and Regency-era pages," which I don't think has ever been used as a scent note before. So it's a very light, clean scent. I think I'll enjoy it when I burn it, but I'd say on the whole, the Elton John collection is a little bit more nuanced. Harry Slacken actually designed candles for Bath & Body Works years and years ago. If you have some really old Bath & Body Works candles kicking around, or you see some in a thrift store online or whatever, it used to be Slacken & Co., I believe. Yeah, and this one says Slacken & Co. actually. I didn't realize that. I thought it was Homeworks branded. I don't know. He has so many different like diffusion lines through Walmart and Kohl's and all these other places. It's a little hard to keep track. That's the nice thing about Nest, I guess, is that they have Nest candles and they have, you know, their perfumes and that kind of thing, but the candles are all Nest. So anyway, and then at the semi-annual sale, so I picked up items from the Emily in Paris collection. So obviously I am a Netflix collaboration customer. So I thought these would just be fun for Valentine's Day, but didn't really want to pay full price for anything. So this one is the Paris Amour candle. And the notes on this one are French tulips, which tulips don't really have that much of a scent, I didn't think. Oops. The wax is kind of loose in here because it was super cold when it shipped. But this one is French tulips, apple blossoms, sparkling pink champagne, sandalwood, and creamy musk. So again, it's another kind of pleasant, fruity scent. It's not something I would like go nuts over, but you know, I kind of bought it for the theme and decoration and everything like that. So I got that one, and I stuck with the candles that were, I guess, the colors that I liked. They had the lavender candle, which was purple, and then they had like a macaron scented candle that was green. So this one is Champagne in Paris. The notes on this one are Champagne, Spritz, Elderberry, Fizz, and Lily of the Valley. So, and again, this one kind of feels like you're walking into a Victoria's Secret or something. But anyway, nothing super sophisticated or novel, but I think you know what you're getting when you have an Emily in Paris kind of branded collection. I also got this wallflower holder, which lights up and has scent control, apparently. I didn't even buy any of the Emily in Paris bulbs. I just bought this. So that was on sale. I also got one of the pocket back holders, which was this really cute little coffee cup. So I thought that was really cute. And again, I just like using these types of things as decor. I don't really care too much about the actual use and the scent throw or whatever. I got 3 of the mini fine fragrance mists. So I got Champagne in Paris, Paris Amour, so the same as the candles. And then this was the Macaron Cloud that I mentioned. The notes on this one, does it say? It does not. So the notes are Macaron Delight, Parisian Spun Sugar, and Pink Berries. And what do I have that I can spray here? So I probably won't wear this all that much, but I just thought, you know, it was going for not that much money, so I picked that one up. And then I got some of the lip products, which I thought were interesting. I guess Bath & Body Works is branching more into cosmetics. So this is the Champagne in Paris lip oil, I believe, or lip gloss. I already have stuff on my lips, but I think this is just clear. I guess it's scented, which would make sense. All right, so I'll see how this looks on the lips. Yeah, a little bit more of a lip oil type texture. I thought they had multiple shades of this. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, if it's just going to be clear, it wouldn't really make sense to have multiples, but it's fine. If you see it on clearance, I don't think it's the worst thing to purchase. These lipsticks were originally $12.95, which I did not want to pay, so I picked them up on sale. And I'm gonna have to find my X-Acto knife. All right, so let's quickly try these on. All right, so the first one I have here is Parisian Pearl. So more of a pinky beige, it looks like. So kind of a satin formula, I think. Can't tell if they're fragranced or anything. So that's fine. Pretty basic satin lipstick formula, I think. I'm gonna have to get some Goo Gone or alcohol or whatever to get off these labels. I don't actually see any fragrance listed in the ingredients, I don't think, which is quite interesting. All right, so the pink Bonjour Blossom. A little bit of a plummier pink than I was expecting, actually. So I'm not being too precious about my lip line or anything. I kind of like that color. I don't think I like it with this eye look. It's a little bit too cool toned, but not bad. I don't think this isn't like leaps and bounds better than anything at the drugstore, but it was kind of interesting that they included this as part of the collection. Of course, my lips are going to get increasingly kind of wrecked here. All right, so let's try on the red. The last here, and it is Rouge Romance. They all do this kind of like clicking thing when you twist them up and down. I guess it's designed to do that, but ooh, it's looking warmer on camera. Yeah, I don't think that is probably my ideal shade of red, but if you like something a bit brighter, then you might enjoy that one. Okay, let's take that off. All right, so I'm gonna reapply my lip liner. Okay, trying to correct for what I just did to my lips. I guess I'll throw some of this gloss on top. I'm actually gonna put it on my hand. All right, I'll leave it there. All right, so I think that is everything I've picked up recently in terms of home fragrance. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and seeing what I picked up. I feel like it was a bit of a hot mess of a video, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And I do encourage you to check out the Elton John Slacken & Co. collaboration over at QVC. This video isn't sponsored or anything. I just thought it was kind of an interesting collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you've picked up any fun candles over the past few months. And until next time, I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.